Okay, so where is the difference quotient derived from? So the difference quotient is a mathematical definition of a derivative. And we know that the derivative is the slope of a tangent line to a graph f of x. So in here we see that we have a tangent line, and this is our function f of x. And a tangent line exists when it touches the graph once. So here it touches the graph once. So we need to find the slope of that, and we use the difference quotient for this. So since we're finding the slope, we're going to use the slope formula, which is m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. But before we get there, we see that if we draw another point over here, and we draw another line to it, and we see that it's touching the graph at 2 points, therefore this is the secant line. So we have one point here and another point here, therefore we can use the slope formula with our 2 points. So we can say that this point is x comma f of x, while this is x amount of units, and this is delta h, or we can just let it be h. So together the x distance for this point, it's x plus h, comma, and then the height would be, so the height would be this, which would be f of x plus the change in h, so it'd be f of x plus h. So then we have our 2 points. So our 2 points are x comma f of x and x plus h comma f of x plus h. So when we plug it into the equation here, we get f of x plus h, which is our y sub 2, minus our y sub 1, which is f of x, all over x sub 2, which is this, so x sub 2, which is x plus h, minus our x sub 1, which is x. Then the x's cancels, and we're left with f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. And we see that this equation is our difference quotient. However, this is just the slope of the secant line. And if we see that if we move the secant line, if we move it closer, if we move the difference of h closer to x, we see that it overlaps the tangent line. So we want to get the value of x as small as possible. So this is why, to find the slope of a tangent line, we just find the limit as h approaches 0. 0 because that's the smallest number we can get to. And then we just plug it into the difference quotient, and that's how we get the slope of the tangent line.